Hello there everybody and welcome back to episode 17 of Shadowhome. So where are we at today? We will today build obviously a grand guild hall for the craftsdwarfs, which shouldn't be too much of a big deal. I also have realized while I was scanning my previous work that the internal part of the city is really nearing its completion, which means we can finally work on the actual fortress outside, which is something I've been very much looking forward to. I think I would love to do a little bit more on the workshops, but having done so much on the previous episodes about workshopping, I feel honestly a little bit burnt out on the topic, and we're going to get back to that another day. Today I want to work on that Craftsdwarf Guild Hall, and I want to go and show off my first plans and see if they can be realized for the outside of the fort. Got a couple of cool ideas, which I haven't blueprinted yet, so it's going to be quite exciting to see whether or not my ideas are going to survive the reality check. Alright, so we're working on that. Let's see, where's the monetary value of the Lacey Guild? Oh, well, they could use a little bit more. I thought actually the steel workshops would boost up the value quite high all by themselves, but no. So using the good old trick to put art below the workshops, personally love that, as it doesn't have all those engravings on the floor afterwards. So yeah, Thoth sits on the proficient engraver level. That is not really high. I'm not really happy with that, but yeah, it is what it is. We have only him as an engraver, as it is tradition for this for these folks. I will do some other house rules for future runs for sure, but for this one, the Banner of Shadow has always done it like that, so we keep doing it like that. It's also summer, so the pigtail is finally growing on the fields. Well, we're working on that, obviously. I'm employing now a third legendary planter on these jobs. I don't mind if they're not doing anything except for working on these plots. It's okay for me. Totally fine. So let's see. Alongside of the summer and the autumn, I hope that the dead pigtails here will recuperate, and we can probably forge some out here in the wild. Why? Because I want to make paper. It's about time. We have that library, but we ain't got paper. Which is sort of a shame, isn't it? Ah, well. Just pondering about how far we should expand down here. Thing is, and that's why I fell silent for a moment, granite is going to be the stone that I'm building the citadel outside there. Been already pondering about that today, and I realized that that very moment that the granite is obviously living here. Which means we could utilize this area way more than I thought. Then I considered that we might be even wanting to wall off this place. Let's see. We're I mean we're building a mountain home here after all, so it's the real deal, isn't it? So here's another magma cavity which we can pop. There we go. Altogether, I'm really happy with how this fort comes down these days. So let's work on the actual fortifications. First up, I want to use no longer the talc, but instead we're using granite. So the actual fortification walls will run something like here to there. Let's weave it like this for now, and I'm going to leave a blank spot in here for the constructor's sake. Then on the opposite side of course we're doing something similar. we're running here down to this hill. Alright, so what we're seeing here will be the entrance area, so to speak. So my idea was to get myself a tower going, which will connect these stairwells with one another, and ultimately give the visitor the freedom to choose where they want to go while they're just outside. It is just a pure vanity project for no other reason rather than making me happy with showing off how well we can build is all. I really just want to try to use what we got here and show off with it, basically. So, that said tower would be sitting here, and as you see, we're going to have to build a bridge, or bridges even. So the foundation of this tower should be not too far away from this entrance area here. I don't want to make things harder or more difficult than necessary. So here we're going to leave a pretty wide gap still. There we go. And now off to the preparation tab. So I want to check back with my stockpiles. What are the stones that we have most of? So, chert, absolutely leading the race, and there is a high likelihood that chert will still be there, but probably not in these amounts, because we dug out most of the chert back in the day when I was searching for hematite down there, here. In these layers, or was it even deeper than that? Where did we do all that crazy mining again? So there was some hematite to be hunted, and here we hunted the hematite, but that's all schist and not chert. Where's the cherty stuff? Here's the marble. Just want to triple check if you're, yeah, here, shale and chert. So shale and chert are the two stones that we will have stupid amounts of. So that's going to be what we're going to use. So, and as far as I see, we have neither of these in industrial quantities here yet, huh? Nah, of course not. So, let's change something about that. There's the granite, there's the schist, there's quartzite, talc, dolomite, marble. So it turns out this place here, nah, never gonna be a place for the carpenters. The carpenters have to live somewhere else. Here, we're going to have the shale and the chert, my men. That's what we're going to have here. But, because I'm nowadays wiser than previously, we're going to make this place look nice before we work on it. Well, yeah, let's use dolomite, why not? I mean, it is a little bit over the top to blow dolomite on this whole thing here, but, well, I did it already for the jewelers, so why not? Just want to make sure that this is fancy. Production mandate reaching its deadline. Oh boy, something slipped through my attention. Oh no. Guys, drop whatever you were doing before and get this done now. Don't want to make this man angry. So how's this modernization going? Not really well. All in all, I think there's a really big problem with the value increasing there. So there's one cabinet done. So I'll be just firing one up, because the worker here obviously seems to be fast, strong. Oh, more people have arrived. We're getting closer to the 200. That's really good. So here we go. You see, this guy here is done with 2 of them before the first one over here has even hauled its boulder back there. Yeah, slight differences. Very important though. Okay, so we have all that down. Okay. Let's configure some stockpile zone already. The background. So that's gonna be the charity one. I can just expand them later. It's no problem. And that's the Shaley one. There we go. This way we're now going to utilize the leftovers of our iron quarrying operations. Or mining. You're only quarrying if you're going for stone, I'm sorry. So here we're going to add in just yet another number of stoneworkers workshops. Yeah, it's a lot of them, I know. But I stick to my verdict. This is ought to be the mountain home, and therefore we're really trying to do it to party hard. Speaking about this, let's party hard and destroy some art. It's just a mango tree and crown. We're going to replace it with some fancy windows. Didn't my mussel shells look the other day still a little bit blue? Ah, no, it's the raw mussel there. Look at them fishers going crazy. Seriously, who's supposed to use all that fish? Jeez. Wow. That is why we have since years such an overproduction of muscle crafts. I am honestly considering to freeze the entire production of that stuff by now, because it's just, you know, let's do that. We have so many shell crafts, it's just obscene. How can we freeze that? By deleting it. Huh. I wish there would be a stop button for these, a pause button, you know? That would be amazing. Oh well, whatever. For the time being, this is really, really more than enough of that stuff. Okay. Plan is here quite simple. I want to increase the value of the guild hall just by slapping in some gemstone windows. They can have really, really nice values. But we're not shawling here. Let's work with the real stuff. So yeah, sapphire and star sapphire. Boom. Good stuff. But honestly, if we're supposed to make a grand guild hall happen, let's whip out the grand gems, right? Love the fact that every adamantine mining city has such amazing amounts of high quality gemstone. It's one of the things I really love. So let's expand these. Maybe I'm expanding them a little bit hard in your first glance, but know this. This is supposed to be the floor of my fortress literally everywhere now. I think I'm going to use some talk here still, maybe for the center spiral here. Might happen. But everything outside there is going to be this stone. And that's why we need amazing amounts of that stuff. Which reminds me, more wheelbarrows. So let's get downstairs and see what has happened there. Oh, Moody Dwarf is claiming a workshop. Not exactly what we were after, but whatever. So, time for some fresh intel as we are finished with this one. I mean, we might have not much glass at our hand, but it's better than nothing. Uh-oh. What you looking for, man? Raw green. Rough color. Okay. This is bad. Because this guy is looking for raw green glass. And, yeah, we have no sand. Still no sand. We never will have sand. So, yeah. We're gonna be ordering that stuff from the next caravan alongside with the sand, but, sheesh. This guy's a goner. Can already tell. That's very, very tragic to me. I hate it when that happens. But on the other hand, I gotta say, it is really, really hard to stay supplied on every little thing. Eventually, you reach a point where you don't have any problems with it anymore. But especially stuff like the glass and the clay can really be a nasty surprise from behind. So, let's see. We got this coloring here. Gonna roll with granite workshops here. Okay, so it's dirt block and shale block time. Putting up 2 jobs here for the rock block industry. Shard and shale. There we go. And there is going to be not really much of a limit here. 1,000 blocks each. There we go. Tweak the numbers up for more work orders at once. And pray to our mock that we're going to be serving these well. Alright, let's keep things smooth, right? Okay, so far so good. Let's see how the situation here has evolved. 5 grand. I really expected a little bit more. Are you kidding me? These windows are not making up more value than that? I feel like somebody might be a little bit drunk here. But that's maybe just me. Anyways, there is a simple way that we can get things down here. We're going to put down an artifact. Great. Why not? Might sound a little bit weird, but I just realized that it'll look nice, and it's a display of dwarven artisanistry, and it's going to pump up the value tremendously. Also, cannot be stolen because it's installed as a piece of furniture. How much better do you want it to be? This should fix the issue. Artifacts have a high monetary value, and usually they fix up any value issues that you might have. Okay, brilliant. So we have this little foundation here done. The problem is that I now need a stupid amount of blocks here first, where we can actually get working on all this. Because obviously I now want to floor this place properly. So that means we're going to properly churn it all up. No, not this spot. And I already know that if you do stuff like that, you really severely hurt your FPS if you just smack down a stupid amount of work orders on the ground. It doesn't really become well to the FPS. I tried that back in the day when I did the Ocean Bridge. Boy, did it eat FPS like crazy. It's almost as if every one of these non-fulfilled work orders gets rechecked regularly internally by some clock. And the more of these you have on the ground, the more of these checks you trigger. At least that's been my impression. I've no clue how the game is really coded, you know. But, yeah. So... what? The chestnut grate is not kicking it. Out of the bucket, my men. Wow. So by now, this is one of the hardest endeavors ever, and I didn't see it coming at all. Why are these lying in here? They're also finished goods? Interesting. I had no clue that exceptionally well cut gems could fulfill the finished goods category. Today I learned. Okay, so we're going to go and make some steel pedestals. Just figured that this is going to be one of the most easy ways of getting the job done here. Amazing, though, how it doesn't come together just with the art alone. By now, the petition's really long, already unfulfilled, so I'm working a little bit here alongside with that. So, let's... ah, come on, game! Of course, it's an other object, right? Grr. This is one of the things about Dwarf Fortress that really goes up my nose at times, because you see, how the heck am I supposed to know what's a furniture and what's a other object, dear game? Anyways, end of my rant. Good. These steel pedestals are now being made, and the idea is a very simple one. We're just going to put some crafts on the display here. There. I want to put up a display thingy here. And to here. Let's do this like that. And obviously these jobs need more priority. I ordered these ages ago. Still not done. But at least they're chilling in the guild hall here. Okay, so far so good. It pains me a lot to see that one of my chaps here is dying from not finding an item. Wolves have very, very weird ways of dying, but it still bothers me a lot. Okay, finally at least that stuff is going back online. And people are also placing the pedestals on the ground. One of our dogs started fighting with some mountain goats. That's an interesting one. So Let's place down an artifact mug. If it ever gets stolen, that'd be a tragedy, but it is what it is. Also, it's really what it is because you can't go for these items ever back again, I learned. If ever something gets stolen, as far as I'm informed, it's gone. Which is something I didn't expect. So, where is my mug? Come on, guys. Crowns, cut gems, drinks. That's not where the mugs are at. Footwear, goblets. There we go. Alright, this should finally do the trick. It just really pained me to see that the petition is still not fulfilled 25 minutes later after I basically started doing this the moment I started recording today. Doesn't sit well for me. So, let's try to get this down. So, I have decided to work with shale here. Right. Shale. So we're just going to build a stairwell upstairs. And more shale floors. We'll need to make 64. Dirt. Well, some things are still confusing me, but we're going to be getting there. Anyways, this here will be another connector for the city. Oh, there's a slide lag. Slide lag. They always announce themselves like that. I love that. Well. So once all this is done, there will be no more entrance to the fort besides through this nasty old corridor, which will then be a little bit more lively. All right. So what I wanted to check back with, what's going on down here? All right. So the spouts are now overfilling, basically. And I still haven't built the well. Jeez. Yeah. It's just what happens at times. Okay. Let's see. Until somebody drowns, I'll be putting it down like the. I'll be keeping it like that. And finally, we have fulfilled the Grand Guild Hall. But I mean, it is at least a really beautiful one, right? I mean, that's something that I also feel very happy about. So let's do something like this. In case you're wondering, this is a mountain god's temple. And I hope this comes through, at least the idea. Maybe you'll see a pile of dung in it. I wouldn't mind either. So, we got all this far. Nice. So, late summer? We're gonna be building some more church walls here. And now I basically just need to let my stockpiles regrow, basically. We have a pretty big shopping list to fulfill here. And yeah, that's basically it. I have a pretty big shopping list. So, let's shore it up. I'm quite amused to see that my shore supplies are really so high that I haven't had any issues so far to give all these workshops the windows they desired. I came up the other day with the realization that the apartments up here should have some also pretty nice windows there. Alright, it is time, my friends. I want to say thanks for watching, and see you all on the next episode. I hope you enjoyed your time. I certainly did. I really liked that I'm finally getting to the point where we're starting an actual, the actual fortress building. This was for me personally always the most exciting part, when we're starting to build actual fortress and such. And yeah, feel free to leave a like, leave a subscribe, check out the description box if you want to have more Dwarf Fortress in your life. You'll find it there. And feel also free to support the channel. I am more than happy if you'd be checking out the, or I'd be more than happy if you'd be checking out these links. And yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for supporting, and I hope I'll see you all back on the next episode. Bye-bye.